Call this meeting of the Topsham Select Board to order. It is November 7th, 2024, and we're in the Donald A. Russell Meeting Room. Please rise to the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll, please. Patty.
I will. Roland Tufts.
Here.
Marie Brilliant.
She's
And
excused, yeah.
say it again.
She's excused.
Thank you. Ann Callahan. Here. Ryan Holmes.
I am here.
Matt Nixon.
Thanks.
Okay, everybody but Maria.
Good. Are you eating the mic? Pretty close. Yeah.
Town Manager's Report.
Thank you to Clerk Linda Dumont, Deputy Clerk Amanda Campbell, and all the election workers from the community for a smooth and efficient election. We had a total of 6,669 voters out of a possible 8,818. And we don't want 6,000 out of 800 voting. Vote in the November 5th election. Approximately 3,700 voted, leaving 3,000 for election day. Any lines were brief and most people encountered no lines. Kudos also to the other departments who supported the election, Public Works for moving the equipment, Tax Office who had less help for the month leading up to the election because Amanda was tied up with the clerk duties. The Energy Committee is hosting its second Climate Action Plan workshop on Tuesday, November 12th at 6:30 p.m. in this very room. They have some possible items to be considered for inclusion in the Climate Action Plan. We'll be looking for input. Tuesday night is also, and this is more directed for you guys, Tuesday night's the first MSAD 75 budget meeting at the Forum at 6 o'clock p.m. They want to talk about the process and take any public comment people want to give to start the season. They've invited area select boards and municipal staff to attend. Finally, Town Hall will be closed for Veterans Day on Monday, November 11th.
Yeah, I'd just like to echo your comments on the town clerk and the staff. I think they did a fantastic job. The early voting certainly has made a huge difference in the overall experience. But the crew was, as always, very, very polite, very helpful. And the layout, at the high school is great. I think it's a win-win for everyone. But again, just want to say thank you. I thought they did a fantastic job, and I'm sure they're looking forward to the next presidential election.
Well, thanks, and I'll pass that along.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, next item. Board committee reports and updates. We have none tonight. Public comment. Any?
I just have a comment or a concern. I'm not a member of the public though. But now's a good spot to put it, or a good place to put it. Someone dropped about 12 heavy duty truck tires in the swamp on Forsyth. And it would be wonderful if we could figure out a way to get them out of there.
Right beside the road.
Sort of, yeah. I mean, it's the place where everybody always does burnouts and donuts and does 90 miles an hour on the straightaway there.
I'll pass that on to Dennis. I'm sure he'll figure something out.
Excellent.
It obviously took some work to get them in there.
Yeah, well, I mean, people hang out down there at night at like 1 o'clock and like burn out is, I mean,
It's crazy.
if I were a kid, I'd probably do the same thing, but I definitely wouldn't be throwing tires into the but
Yeah, exactly.
Might be, if he needs our excavator, might be a couple of weeks because our excavator's down, but as soon as they're replacing the transmission.
All right. Correspondence? Sorry. None, that's sweet.
Actually, there was one that I think Rose also sent to you
Oh.
by email from the Tedford Housing. And they're asking to meet with whoever you would like to talk about the shelter and its effectiveness, or I guess maybe things you'd like to, just general input. So my question is whether you want anyone to join us for that meeting, or you just want myself and staff to have that meeting, or?
Any interest?
I mean, I'm always interested in going to things.
When is that meeting being held?
It hasn't been scheduled yet, so if you tell me that you want to attend, I'll make sure to include your schedule as we try to figure out the day.
And are they just trying to put out more shelters in Topsham, or just want to talk about what they're doing?
The ad says that they're done with their fundraising, and as they, but not the ad, the letter. As they prepare for expansion and relocation, would like your input, would be grateful for our opportunity to hear from you and any other interested town leaders about Topsham's experience working with Tedford, your outlook on changes related to local housing conditions and poverty, and to answer your questions. So like, it looks like just have an open discussion of things.
I say just open it up, so if the board members are available, they can attend if they want to.
Okay,
Otherwise.
so we'll schedule it, let you know when it is, and
Right.
if you can come.
That's a good way to do it.
Okay.
All right, adjustments to the agenda. We have none. Consent calendar, approval of the minutes of the regular select board meeting of October 17th, 2024.
I make a motion to accept the select board meeting minutes from October 17th, 2024 as reported.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor? 4 in favor, 1 abstention. Got 1 absence, I'm sorry. Public hearing, none, unfinished business, 24-84, consideration and any appropriate action on the recording of the Topsham board and committee meetings.
Well, just to solidify that last vote, it was Andy made the motion, and I made the second.
Thank you. Guess I wasn't that loud, the mic didn't work on that one.
Yeah, we'll address that.
So the last meeting, we talked about the recording of the board and committee meetings. Any further
Yeah.
discussion?
Yeah, I'll just make a comment. We tasked Mark with writing up the policy on our behalf based on what we discussed. And you did an excellent job. I don't see any changes necessary. I don't know if there's any other comments from the rest of the board, but thank you. I think this is well worded and will meet our need.
You're welcome.
Any other
I
comments?
think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I had no questions.
Okay, then I make a motion that we accept the meeting recording policy for the town of Topsham.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? What was that?
Motion by Ann, second.
Motion by Ann, yes. I gotta do this in the right order. Seems like a trailing comment.
At least you asked us to do this, so
Yeah.
it's been a little comical.
Yeah. Good. All right, old business. Oh, that's right, this is. Consideration and any appropriate action on the appointment to the Board of Assessment Review.
Yes, we interviewed Robert. He goes by Rob, but his official legal name is Robert Sutherland. He comes recommended and has great credentials. He's actually an assessor, and so we can't do wrong by having him. I think that it was a great interview, and I have no questions or discussion. Anyone else? Comments from the
What's his
interview?
name?
It's Robert Sutherland, Sutherland.
Thank you.
So I make a motion that we appoint Rob Sutherland to the Board of Assessment Review.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Ann, we have a second by Matt.
Training has happened.
Luckily,
Thank
didn't
you.
see me, pretty good. All right, all in favor? 4-0, motion carries. All right, item 2487. Consideration and any appropriate action on appointment of a select board member to the negotiation team with the town manager on IA, MAW, and FOP union contracts.
So we have 3-year contracts with our police union and then our union that represents basically most other workers. Our fire department is not union. The contracts will expire at the end of this fiscal year, so it's time to start thinking about renegotiating them. So what I'm looking for is if you have a member that would like to sit in, it doesn't have to be the same person for both groups. Probably would be good to have it be the same person that's both for the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers supervisor contract and employee contract, because usually those are back to back with negotiating sessions.
Sure.
Will there be one for the supervisor this year?
There is a union contract that covers about half our supervisors. There's only one person that actually joins the union currently of the supervisors, but there's still one person, so.
Ryan, I don't want to put you on the spot, but would you be interested in sitting in on this team, the negotiation team?
If nobody else wants to do it, I'm happy to do it, yeah.
Okay,
Done.
so
I
I just
have a question, what time are these meetings usually held?
Usually for the police one, they like us to do it in the mid to late afternoon, because oftentimes they've had to sleep, or they get off at 7 in the morning, let's go home and sleep first.
Yeah.
The machinists and aerospace workers has more flexibility. That can sometimes be earlier in the day, but we don't usually do them in the evening, just because there's so many evening meetings.
Is
Just
that
so everybody's
something you
aware of
wanna
that.
do, Ron? Is that something you're?
I've done it in the past. I mean, it was, like I said, I think it's an exercise everyone should go through at one point. It's very interesting to
Well,
hear.
since there won't be another one in 3 years, it's gonna depend on whether you're reelected or not, if you're gonna do it next time. You what?
You too, you and I.
Oh, thank you very much. What do you wanna do, everyone? I'm not gonna set the ball rolling here.
There's certainly no prohibition on how many people represent.
No, it can be more than one if you wanted, so. We could have one person for each union, one person for both, or sorry, one person for all three. We could have, yeah, however you want to do. We have more than one person if you want. And Jeff and I can sit out the negotiations and turn them over. We can do that too. In the past, the town had used a representative for Maine Municipal, but we don't really, Derek's kind of stopped doing that because he found it was easier just to talk directly to the union leaders, so.
Do they have a member of the public that also sits in?
The unions have, for the FOP, it's a representative of the union that sits in along with usually two or three of the officers.
Oh, okay.
And then for the International Association of Machinists, they send a union rep from Lisbon that sits in along with their local officers. and
Okay.
stuff. So we end up with probably 8 people in the room at the time, between the two sides.
Well, it's looking like either Roland or Ryan or both were at your pleasure.
I actually have to decline. I can't.
Okay.
That's why I asked what time of day, because I'm working.
You okay if I make nominate?
Yeah, go for it.
I nominate, Ryan Holmes to be on the negotiation team with the town manager for the IAW and the FOP building contracts.
Moved and seconded, moved by Ann, seconded by Matt. All in favor of the motion?
Do I vote too?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We hope so.
Look, it concerns me, so.
All right, motion carries 4-0. All right, 2488, consideration and any appropriate action on the election of chair for the select board. Doesn't have a date in here, either. It's interesting. Is it a lifetime appointment?
We can limit it if you'd like.
I'm just curious. Okay.
Since you've officially been voted in, in your new term, starting effective today, I make a motion that we just continue with the current chair of Roland Tufts to serve as chair of the select board.
Second.
Moved by Ann, seconded by Matt.
That's all.
It's great when I can just memorize things. All in favor of the motion?
We should change the order next time, different names.
So it's too late in the game right now. We can't do that. All right, item 2489, consideration and any appropriate action on the election of vice chair for the select board.
I nominate Matt Nixon.
Second,
Keep it the same.
Okay, moved by Ryan, seconded by Ann. All in favor of the motion? 4-0. We have no more of these. Well, I have one more, so I get to hopefully memorize this one too and get it right.
okay.
All right, we're gonna go to an executive session. Article 2490, enter into executive session pursuant to 1 MRSA Section 4056C to discuss the lease of real property.
Hey, here, the matter you